Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Yeah, so if this is the first time here at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we highly recommend subscribing to stay updated with our latest content. Hit the subscription button above, click the bell icon and select all to receive notifications whenever we at the Jamaica Young Police channel release a video. Remember that this channel is not an entertainment channel. You know, entertainment channels give you an average between 10 to 15 minutes. This is not an entertainment channel, so you have to go elsewhere if you want entertainment. Remember to give this video a thumbs up because you'll find it helpful and informative. Please remember to share the video with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, mama, papa, side chick or side man, and tell them to tell a friend about the Jamaica Young Police channel. You can join the Patreon squad. By doing so, you will gain access to exclusive content that cannot be played on YouTube due to various restrictions. To unlock this untapped collection of videos, click the link in the description box below. Joining our Patreon community allows you to explore contents that complies with laws, rules and regulations while avoiding disruption to our channel's functionalities. You'll be able to see videos and you'll see photographs, names of persons who have been killed and are still waiting on justice, like Rifle of the British crew, one of the British of the... Yeah, so this is the final part, you know, as we come to the... This is part 2 of 2, look at the 10 most corrupt countries in the world, and you'll be shocked to see where our little island Jamaica is ranked. So as we say over here, mighty God help us. Yeah, mighty God, please help us. Please help Jamaica. You know, and as we said to you and we continue to say before, you know, it doesn't matter where we, will be living in the world or what we are doing. Jamaica always be close to our heart, irrespective of what kind of passport we have. Because Jamaica gave us everything. Especially the Jamaica Constabulary Force. When those who, when we were teenagers and, they made a kind of statement what our life would be. They listen to the channel, and know that there's based on where we were born and raised. Yes, people didn't see anything good in us based on where we were from. So we have proved them wrong. So that's why, yes, they know themselves, intellectuals and educators, based on people just judge you based on where you're from. And they tell you how your life is going to be. And we're still here, and we are trying to make changes. And, to inspire youths from our communities and other depressed community, inspire them, for them to aspire to be the best of themselves. So we want you watch, you listen, and you decide. This is part 2 of the 10 most corrupt countries in the world, and you're going to be shocked to find out where Jamaica is on this list. Compassionate, reggae compassionate act for sell them soul for money. No, them rather, yeah, them not night, because them not believe in say music supposed to be suppressed. So, but Jamaican people, them not really, them look up to Bounty Killer, but if them listen to his message and follow it, Jamaica will be able to restore its soul. We don't have no reggae artists. None. The Marleys them, traitor them to black people in everywhere. So We're going now to number 4. The Republic of South Sudan corruption score was 13, and the score change was 0. South Sudan achieved autonomy from Sudan in 2005 and declared independence in 2011. Yeah, so this is Africa too again, you know. Sudan, yeah. So if you notice, if you look at their flag, you know, you see black, red, green, blue, yellow, and them still have white stripe. Whether or not you want to believe it, you know, Jamaica is the only country in the world that have no white or red in its flag, and it was done by design because of slavery. And you have to remember, that slavery, our ancestors never, them dead for this, So that's why we in our diaspora we vex in time. We see people out there I try to damage brand Jamaica, but them can't win. Them can't win. Them are enemy of Jamaica. Them can't win. You understand? Because we have people like Usain Bolt as a giant still standing. Yeah, and we have men like Chris Gayle, Patriots, Sean Paul are Patriots. So them can't damage brand, although they are trying, but with us they are traitors of Jamaica. So moving on. You understand? So remember that these factors, often interact and reinforce each other. Addressing corruption requires multifaceted efforts, including legal reforms, institutional changes, and collective commitment to integrity and transparency. Corruption is more than just greedy politicians lining their pockets with government funds. It involves elected officials granting favors to friends and allies, companies receiving generous tax breaks and special privileges, and people of any class and group escaping justice for crimes. Yeah, just like how we have Philip Parallel right now, he might literally get away with double murder. And as you heard, an intelligence guy who's from Kingston, East Kingston, telling us that Philip Parallel, many blood of Jamaican people in East Kingston is on his shoulder, and he must suffer before him dead. Yeah, man, Philip Parallel, yeah, Prince, yeah. Anytime you always say Prince, so them related to Satan. Because Satan, Satan a king of this earth. The earth where we live on right now. Whether or not you want to believe it. So everything that you see going around, that is Satan. These are emissary of Satan. And we're going to tell you that. You have to understand. Even YouTuber we use, remember, everything, because the devil, the devil thin skin, the devil don't like the truth, Yeah. And I tell you, the devil, them know whether or not you want to believe it, Anytime you touch a certain group of people, and, when I have to tell certain blogger, once you touch a certain group of people, just watch the numbers, your numbers, because them control the numbers, in a real time. Because you have to understand, when you say certain things, them have them AI will pick up things, and once that happen, them are going to hit your channel. Yeah, and make you have to work harder. So that's why you see some YouTubers have to work harder because them control the numbers. So we're now to the third most corrupt country on earth. Yeah, man, Syria 3, Syrian Arab Republic, corruption score 13, change 0. Yeah, Syrian President Bashir al-Assad inherited the presidency from his father and continued the cult of personality surrounding the Assad family. So can you believe one big country with millions of people is an inheritance? Yeah, so I saw him a president. So them issue even warrant for him in an international arena for crime against humanity. But here who help him now for kill off his opponent, Russia. Yeah, man, white people. That again. Where I tell you, so Syria in Africa too, but hey, them talk like say them will tell us it's in the Middle East. And tell them we have to take what things from black people, them get a different name and all of these things. So when they talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, that's where it is found. Sodom and Gomorrah is a real place. Don't make nobody feel like tell us something in a Bible. Yes, it's in a Bible, but it's real. It's in Syria. Nothing don't grow there or anything like that. So Sodom and Gomorrah is not a myth, it's a real place that God, to show you that God exists. You understand? But remember, so this earth, this earth has Satan domain. Satan rule over this earth. You understand? And I good people, them always have to fight. So good people always have to fight the emissary of the devil. Remember slavery. Remember all of the wickedness them remember. Or the North Africans them have to run back from Europe and go back to Africa. The Muslim them after the Black Plague. Because I deep my mind white people they never used to be there them thing there, And because they were the ones that were dying when the Black Plague. Yeah, them blame the black people. Say black people are killing them. When them not be there, you understand? And then them come out, the Catholic Church come out and them start cleansing Spain and other country in Europe. So the black people them have to fled back to North Africa. That are the Moors. And if you go to Europe, you'll see so many things that represent Africa. To show you, the black man, the infrastructure that is still there. Yeah, man, that are black people. I don't know white people, them think that black people civilize a white man. Because them used to live in a cave, Them called the reptilian. Them used to live in a cave and walk on them fours. When you say walk on them fours, them walk on them hands and them feet. And I see a black man go and hold them up straight. Because whether or not you want to believe it, you have white people born with tail. Yeah, most of you never know that. Yes. You have white people, even in 2024, born with tail. So they have to cut it off and you understand? Tail. So if you don't believe it, just do the research. So that's why they're known as reptilian. And reptilians, them look like human, but they are not human because their DNA is totally different. The black man are the real human being. And another time we tell you, going in depth when it comes on to the chromosomes and all of these things, while the black man and the black woman are the mother and father of all races on earth. But we are the most hated people still. And them always plan all for try to extinct the black man from earth. And that's why AIDS and HIV them created for the kill the black race, and it just returned to sender because them never understand the black man DNA and genes. One thing that is missing from Africa is that we don't have any people, we don't have any scientists that is studying and doing all of the things. Remember, the other race of people, especially white people, all they have been doing, is trying to perfect some form of weapon or to get rid of black people. And we are the most hated people, on earth. The reason being just jealousy. Because the fastest man on earth always a black man. You never see no Arab, no Chinese man, none of them can beat the black man. So everybody, them hate we, but them want what we have. Because them want we have that glory. Anything where a black man touch, him become the best. Golf, remember them say golf used to be a white man game. Tiger Woods touch it, and Tiger Woods become one of the best. So I just saw it go. So you have to understand the black people great. So why them have us docile and as black people, make black people hate each other because it suits their agenda. So number 2 now, you have the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela, corruption index 13, changes -1, so see that increase. Venezuela currently in crisis following the 2013 Venezuelan presidential election, which led to massive protests against its regression into authoritarian state that has increased economic inequality in the country. So, if you are a family, if you read a lot, you will understand. So it's not everything where the Western media propagate is correct. If you look at it, when it comes on to the people of Venezuela, and the reason why they love Maduro and Hugo Chavez before, although they portray them as the biggest enemy in the world, you understand, to democracy, when there's no truth to it, because the people, them poor people. And you see, but they won't show you that in America, to show you these men have used the state resources and improve the people them life. Poor people used to live in a board house and them build houses and give them free and all kind of things. But who control the financial institution them worldwide, so that you understand. And what they have done, even with Jamaica, you understand. See in America, Donald Trump sent the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, and him go to Jamaica and tell Andrew Holness, hey, look here, you need to sympathize with Venezuela or this or that and them thing, and him just do it. Right now, see America and Venezuela are friends because them a pump the oil, and that's why the oil price is stable because of Venezuela, and them lift all like sanction them against Venezuela. Every time election, Maduro, him win the election, whether them say it rigged or not, but the poor people them love him because he is for the poor. I just saw it go. And I like how the PMP said they are for the poor, and when although them say them for the poor, but them keep the poor poorer. Venezuela a total different thing. Them use the state resources and funnel it right back to the poor people. So that's why poor them love them. And I like the PMP where he only done them when they work and put them on payroll, and that's not how them do it in Venezuela. But Jamaica not, Jamaica not producing anything. You understand? So them have to tax you to give them criminals them. So that's a number two. So we soon reach number one. So you're going to find out if Jamaica is number one and the most corrupt country in the world. You're going to so stand by. So as we tell you now, about corruption. Corruption doesn't have to involve a grand world conquering campaign either. Remember, even noble goals, when achieved using corrupt policies and practices, degrade our justice system's effectiveness and erode people's rights everywhere. Escaping punishment in the name of nationalism, religion, or other beliefs and values is still corruption, no matter how we frame it. There is a strong correlation between political corruption and poverty. As corruption increases, the poor get poorer, as the rich maintain their hold on power. When we treat even one poor differently than someone else, allowing them rights and privilege, or evading justice because it serves the greater good, we all pay the price. So, which countries are the most corrupt globally and why they are so corrupt? So we tell you already, so the information from this list was taken from Transparency International, which published an annual list of ranking of every country based on their corruption score. This list is called the Corruption Perceptions Index. This list is among the most reputable and reliable measures of corruption around the world. The corruption score is calculated using at least 3 data sources from over a dozen corruption surveys and assessments. Among the data sources are the World Economic Forum and the World Bank. The corruption scores are calculated yearly, with 100 being corruption free and 0 being the most corrupt. Various factors contribute to a country's corruption score, stemming from multiple forms of corruption and the weakening or destruction of the justice system. For example, so you look right now, so see the most corrupt country in the area, and it's not Jamaica, it's Federal Republic of Somalia. So the corruption score is 11. So so them close, Somalia is most corrupt country in the area. Africa that black people. So as it the case, most countries on this list, Somalia's corruption problem have deep roots in colonialism and US military intervention. So I don't know if you know about the movies like Black Heart Down. You understand? So that's where it stems from, Somalia. Those terrorists. Everybody wants to be leader, nobody no want to be follower. So that is what's happening in Africa. So Somalia is the most corrupt country in the world, in Africa. So moving on. So for example, the United States currently has a score of 69, making it tie for 24th position with Barbados. The score plummeted from the recent high of 76 in 2015 to a low of 867 in 2020 and 2021 during the Trump administration, during which corruption increased. No country currently has a score of 100. Denmark has the highest score of 90. So Denmark is the least corrupt country in the world. White people them that. So we're going to, give you a recap now of the most corrupt countries in the world. 10, Turkestan. And the corruption score is 18. Score change, -1. So Turkmenistan is tied with Libya for this ranking, but as its corruption score is falling and Libya is rising, it is likely Turkmenistan will retain this position. The organization Crude Accountability has called Turkmenistan government a blatant and open kleptocracy. Yes, which is a form of government in which officials steal money from their people to enrich themselves, just like in Russia. But we don't know Russia not on this list. So there's a rampant bribery among education officials and law enforcement in this country. The Minister of Internal Affairs was in prison for corruption, and the Deputy Prime Minister for Education and Science was removed from office because he could not combat the corruption in his department. So, boy, I tell you. So, Jamaica is not in the top 10 corruption in the world. So, them tell us that Jamaica, the so-called traitors in Jamaica tell us that Jamaica is corrupt and one of the most corrupt countries in the world, and them tell us this prime minister corrupt. So you see that Jamaica is not in the top 10 of the most corrupt country in the world. So everything that they're telling you are lies. So it's a recap we are giving now. So number 9, Republic of Equatorial Guinea, corruption score 17, and them score change 0. So it remains the same. A small country on the west coast of Africa, Equatorial Guinea remains near the bottom of corruption list, primarily due to the action of President Obiang and Guma and his party. Guma has been called one of the planet's most kleptocratic living autocrats by Freedom House. He has openly flaunted the election rules of his country and introduced a new constitution that allow him and his allies to remain in power. All them things they are madness, and them things they in Africa, where black people, after they've been colonized and enslaved for so many decades, centuries, you still are got, you do all of these things to your own people. But I mean, I tell you, so we give thanks, boy, them did bring our ancestors to Jamaica, because, living under these black people, man, is wicked in Africa. Yeah, so we'll continue the journey. So so you know that so a country suffering from colonialism, Equatorial Guinea gained independence from Spain in 1968, contributing to much of its economic struggles and corruption. Today, as former colonial powers abandon their colonies and refuse to help them in their post-independence fight. So a black man, him have Guinea, and him still there, him a corrupt, him one of the biggest corrupter there. 8, so it was a recap, Republic of Haiti, corruption score 17, score change 0. To its everlasting credit, Haiti is the only Western Hemisphere country to stage a slave revolution successfully, but successful dictatorships and deep corruption have detracted from the glorious achievements. So the same people them where the black people them in Haiti fought against the French. They are the same people who are able to have a control on the people's them country, and when it comes on to corruption, they are apartheid. Yes, so as we do the recap, you know that we're at number 7. So you see right now you're looking at Jamaica. So them say the same PMP criminal organization activists them who are in the international arena trying to defame Jamaica, say Jamaica is corrupt and Jamaica is this and that. So I wanted to see, listen now, although we're doing the recap, so it's based on where the thumbnail is on the presentation. Jamaica is 69th in the world. Yes. So Jamaica has a score of 44 out of 100 on the Corruption Perception Index. Jamaica's 2022-23 CPI score of 44 out of 100 is its best score ever. Let me repeat that. Jamaica's score on when it comes on to corruption This are the best score ever. Not even Edward Siaga. Well, I don't think, maybe it wasn't around then, but them said this are the best score ever when it come on to corruption. So this is the best administration Jamaica have since independence. So basically, even before now, Jamaica was even more corrupt. So this are the best, them say. This is where the Transparency International say Jamaica rank. And this is the best score them ever have, 44 out of 100. So them getting there. Hopefully. But we know say, so them still corrupt savior, Yeah, 44 out of 100 that, you feel. You still corrupt savior, but boy, that bad. You understand? So, we continue the journey. So 7, I'll recap. Nicaragua, Republic of Nicaragua, corruption score 17. Score change, -2. Nicaragua's corruption score has fallen consistently since Daniel Ortega's election in 2006. Multiple organizations have reported the systemic elimination of individual rights in the country under his administration, including arbitrary detentions and arrests of political opponents and candidates. Rampant corruption in Nicaragua. Initially, the Nicaraguan president could only serve 1 5-term. Ortega and had this restriction removed and has been re-elected through blatant fraud, voter intimidation and political arrest. He was elected to his 4th term in 2021. Independent reporters and observers were banned from election polls, and the United States, the OAS and European Union have all called the latest election a sham. Yeah, them supposed to remove this man from office. So they're not moving. Because him, Ortega is a communist guy, back in the day when you talk about the Sandinistas people, and, the man are criminal, Yeah. So, so 6 you have the Democratic Republic of Korea, that are North Korea. You understand? It's a government of terror. Human Rights Watch said North Korea people are some of the world's most brutalized people. The government strictly and severely control all aspects of life in North Korea. Any attempt to justify North Korea's behavior or humanize its leader is an attempt to normalize brutal sexual violence, slavery, and inhuman government practices. So, hey, you have to glad enough. If you're black or anywhere, you're glad to say you live in North Korea. How the world allow all these things to happen? You understand? But yet still them claim about democracy. And they are the one that them have the military. Them have the might. Oh, them allow even North Korea to exist. Them could have, deal with it then. But everything, whether or not you want to believe it, the powers that be, everything that they're doing is what's in it for me. Them not care about no people. And when they tell about democracy, all of them things they are just facade, because it's what they can, it's what oligarchs, the rich people, them control, them determine what happens in your country. Not you, the voters. Although the people in North Korea, them can't vote. Because as you see, it's a dictatorship. So 5 are Yemen. Yeah, Yemen is have an ongoing humanitarian disaster. And as a result of the conflict, the country is now considered to be experiencing a humanitarian disaster, making it one of the least developed countries and poorest on earth. The fight for power, rampant poverty, and disregard of human rights make the country fertile for corruption or to thrive. So say that Africa that Yeah. So when you look at the 10 most corrupt countries in the world, you will be shocked to see where our little island Jamaica rank. So mighty God, please help us from these liars when they promote Jamaica a most corrupt one of the most corrupt country on earth, when Jamaica is ranked 69 out of 180 country. You understand? That is good. So so most of there's, and the closest is come to having a corrupt free country at Denmark, and they have 90 days. No country have 100%. So corruption in every country in the world. Some just have more. So 3. So 4, as we go, we continue journey 4. So you have South Sudan, Republic of South Sudan. Another casualty of colonialism. The government has struggled to maintain control of the country through legal and ethical means. This includes killing journalists, abolishing parts of the government, mass killings, and even more. Even the CIA predicts that the subsequent genocide will probably happen in South Sudan. So right now, them have a civil war there. Same black man a fight. Everybody want power. Nobody don't want to be lead. Nobody want to be the follower. Everybody want power. Want to in charge of other people's life. So that's the same thing with the dons, them, the gang leaders, them. They want to in charge of people's life. And I same thing in Africa. You see what is happening. So 3, you have Syria. That's the Syria Arab Republic. Yeah, so the Assad regime introduced a new constitution without input from any other government official that increased the power of his regime and continues to require political parties to get authorization from Assad but by its political committee. Freedom House called Syria the worst of all, not free countries, with a score of 1 out of 100, tied with only South Sudan. The judicial system in Syria is not independent, and the Ba'ath Party appoint all judges and prosecutors. Assad abolished Syria's Supreme Court in 2011. Their elections are complete shams, including rigging and no registration or verification system. So all of them people, so you see how mankind is just all about wanting to control people. Them don't care about the peasant, them, the people them below them. All them care about is power. And that is you see what happening in the Arab world. You understand? So 2, we go right now back to Venezuela, Bolivia, and Republic of Venezuela. And if you know about Bolivia, and is a man named Simon Bolivar. So if you want to know about him, you can just research it. And everything we are going to teach you, because as we tell you, this is not an entertainment channel, but you can learn about Simon Bolivar. You understand? Because this is a man, most people don't know that Simon Bolivar, at Kingston, him come stay, and he was there and planning war strategy for overthrow the Spanish them in Venezuela and make Venezuela become a free country. Let's check out that. He was in Jamaica. Yeah, Martin Luther King was in Jamaica too. Yeah, and even write all in book, you understand? So, we'll continue. So remember that Venezuela, them say corruption fueled by drugs. Much of the corruption in Venezuela is tied to drug trafficking and Colombian cocaine. Many elected officials and military officers are involved in the illegal trade industry. The World Justice Project ranked Venezuela the most corrupt country out of 99 on its rule of law index in 2014, which is not true, you understand, because you have countries more corrupt than Venezuela. So the most corrupt country in Africa, we're going right back, Somalia. So we'll just give you a recap. You understand, a country armstrong by colonialism. Somalia is one of the least developed countries in the world, plagued by poverty and civil war. Ongoing conflict has allowed corruption to grow unchecked as the government struggles to reunite the country after the United States intervened to defeat Islamist forces. The U.S. subsequently abandoned the country and issued an arms embargo. Other countries have also failed to support the democratic government, which made it more difficult for Somalia to end the conflict and save the country. So that's what happened in Africa when it comes on to Somalia. So Jamaica corruption score in 2024 remain unchanged from the previous year. According to Transparency International, Jamaica has a score of 44 out of 100 on the Corruption Perception Index, where 0 indicates highly corrupt and 100 represent very clean. This score places Jamaica at a rank at 69 out of 180 countries survey. So it's a survey. Them don't really have any data. Them just use survey. So all of these things are by mouth. People, investors who want to invest in a Jamaica, and based on them interaction with politicians, and then them report back to all these agencies and organization in the United States and Europe. So that's how them compile everything, and that's how you get your score. You understand? So while there's no improvement in its score, it's worth noting that Jamaica 2022-2023 CPI score of 44 out of 100 is its best ever. Yeah, so Jamaica, the best CPI score Jamaica get is under this regime. When them say corrupt, 2022-2023. However, challenges persist, including collusion among influential individuals and the executive dominance over the legislature, which weaken Parliament's oversight capability and creates conditions ripe for abuse and corruption. So, do you know who is a Jamaican patriot? Yes, we are telling you. So that's why we are stand up for Jamaica. That's why we say Team Jamaica. Yeah. So all of these people that up there, and New York, march against brand Jamaica, they are traitors. They are not patriots. So do you know who's a Jamaican patriot? A 4-year-old boy, born in and from Jonestown, Kingston 12, saw Detective Tom Levine walking on Septimus Street in plain clothes. The residents living in 7A Septimus Street, Jonestown, Kingston 12, said, "That is the man we are always talking about, Detective Tom Levine. He makes us safe and we love him." Instantly, that boy wanted to be like Tom Levine, that detective that the residents can speak highly of, and someone who will protect them from criminals. That boy is me. Yes, I did the Jamaica Constabulary Force police test at the age of 16 years, 4 months and 2 weeks, and I was successful. The rest is history. I was able to be a detective like Tom Levine, effective in many ways, but was not able to do the damage to criminals and their supporters as he has done. That's what a patriot Jamaican is, one who wants to serve his country from a tender age. When these people are going about trying to destroy the brand of Jamaica, it makes me furious, because these people are traitors and enemies of Jamaica. So our story, beautifully illustrate the essence of patriotism and the deep-rooted love for one's country. From a young age, you see that we were inspired by the example set by Detective Tom Levine, a figure of authority and respect within our community. His dedication to keeping the streets safe and protecting the residents of Jonestown, Kingston 12, ignited my desire within me to follow in his footsteps and serve our country as a member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. My decision to pursue a career in law enforcement at the age of 16 speaks volumes about my commitment to positively impacting Jamaica's society. Like Detective Levine, I aspire to be a force for good, standing up against crime and protecting my fellow Jamaicans from harm. My sense of patriotism runs deep, and rightfully proud of the contribution I have made to my country through my service in law enforcement. My passion for Jamaica's well-being shines through as I express my frustration and anger toward those who seek to undermine its reputation and stability in the international arena. Indeed, true patriotism involves a love for one's country and willingness to defend its values, uphold integrity, and work toward prosperity. My dedication to serving Jamaica from a young age exemplify the essence of true patriotism, and my unwavering commitment to protecting our fellow citizens is a testament to my love for my country, Jamaica. As I continue to guard Jamaica's safety and security, know that my efforts are deeply appreciated and that I embody the spirit of patriotism in its most accurate form. My story, hopefully, will inspire all Jamaicans, reminding us of the importance of standing up for our country and working towards a brighter future for our generations to come. The true meaning of a patriot lies in someone who deeply loves, supports, and defends their country. A patriot is not merely someone who feels a sense of attachment to their nation, but actively engage in actions that promote the well-being, integrity, and prosperity of their country and its people. So here are some key attributes of a patriot. Love for country. You know that these people don't love Jamaica, but we love Jamaica. Love for country. A patriot possesses a deep and abiding love for their homeland. They take pride in their country's history, culture and achievement, and are committed to preserving and celebrating its identity. Dedication to service. Patriots are willing to make sacrifices and contribute to the betterment of their country, whether through military service, public service, volunteerism, law enforcement, or other form of civic engagement. They actively seek ways to serve their fellow citizens and contribute to the common good. Defense of values. Patriots defend the principles and values that their country stand for, such as democracy, freedom, equality, justice, and human rights. They advocate for these ideals and work to uphold them even in the face of adversity or opposition. And when we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel say human rights, we are talking about the victims, we are talking about the law-abiding citizens, not the criminals. Them. Yeah, criminals, we don't believe in that. Preemptive strike for them. So when we are talking about human rights, we are talking about the law-abiding citizens. Patriots understand the importance of active citizenship and fulfilling their civic duties. They participate in democratic process, including voting, staying informed about political issues, and engage in civil discourse. Yeah, so a patriot and somebody you have to pay them for vote. Those are traitors, licky, socialistic, PMP criminal minded people. And even the labourers them say them want money for vote. Yeah, you're not a patriot, you're a traitor. You sell your soul. When you're a patriot, that's your civic duty, you vote. So when they must say 70% of Jamaican people don't vote, because they must say what they must vote for. So don't complain. Because if you love the corruption, you just leave it. You don't vote. But if you don't love the corruption, you vote. We have two evil, and one of them have better have both evil. We have two political parties. One is a criminal organization, and the other is a political party. The criminal organization is very lenient when it comes down to criminal, lobby for criminal leniency, whilst the other one is trying its very best to make criminals pay for their crimes, which are a government of the day. Unity, and in unity, true patriots seek to unite rather than divide their country. So that's why we say, yeah, so some people say, you over here, no, we're not divide, we are speak truth. We want the people them for wake up and see the truth. We're not telling a lie because we want you for gravitate. No, we want to show you the truth. We are telling you the truth. The PMP is not a political, it's a criminal organization. Look, it's 18 years, you know, the PMP criminal organization was in power. And the JLP was opposition for 18 years. And not once they ever tried, not even in Jamaica. For sure, I said the PMP is a criminal organization. Them try all kind of things to disrupt the government. Them use the Police Federation Chairman, Rowan James. He shouldn't have been a police. Anytime I go in a police station, I'm supposed to go inside it as a complainant or as a accused. Yeah, lock him up, I'm a thief. Yeah, man, because I'm in a pad the travel voucher. Because you know, a PMP criminal organization supporters. So them believe in a thieving from the state and putting it in them pocket. And because he's a PMP criminal organization supporter. Remember, you know, this is the same man, you know, that he was getting 3 years money, you know, free money, you know, from the JLP government, you know, and him carry them got a court for the PMP criminal organization because he want to embarrass the government. You understand? Dummy. He's not a patriot. He's a political activist, and this is the same man who took sick leave to go campaign for a PMP criminal organization. You know, who was wanting to be the member of parliament in a UN then. And that's malingering. That's a criminal charge, and you not charge him for it. Them should have arrest and charge him. And then you have a guy now named Adi Lewin, who wasn't the police. He's the one that became a PMP criminal organization supporter. He might the one to shelf it and file 30 it, and now them resurrect it. Them for kick him out of the police force. We don't want a political activist in the police force. Yes, you understand? So we continue the journey. So, you know, recognizing the strong and prosperous nation is built on the contribution of people from all walks of life. So, you know, so Jamaica, we don't have a race problem. It's just the black people, them are a majority of Jamaica. And I black people, them, the only business black people have done is illegal business, gangs. That's the only thing where black people own gangs. And gangs are, you know, gangs are all them do are terrorize people. Just like how you have in Africa, you have the dictators, them, so the gangs, them, they are a form of dictators in the community. So you see black people just, and them want to be in charge of everybody, and them, you understand, that's how it is. And them, they don't want to follow the rules, but you must follow their rules, because how them achieve the status is through brutality, accountability and critique. Patriots hold their government and leaders accountable for their actions and are not afraid to speak out against injustice or corruption. So that's why you speak out against FLA, yeah, and we even write President Biden, the State Department, for them take away Shane Dallin and Ardy Carter, them visa and them travel privilege to come to the United States of America, because them a traitor. Yeah man, them a traitor to the United States of America, because they are retaliating against the security forces in Jamaica for the extradition of Christopher Duduscoke. And by that now, they are revoking the gun license of police officers who migrate from Jamaica for a better life. And so they must say, you know, live here. So because of that, you're not Jamaican, so your life now no value now. So them take it away. So that's one thing now we eat out pan, and we call out the government. And sure say FLA are most corrupt entity and organization on there. But you know the government not ashamed, because both of them, the GLP and the PMP criminal organization, they are all in bed in a corruption when they come on to FLA, because it's an agency that they have created for them surrogates, because them can't create job. Them need to disband it and put it back and give it back to the police, because these people that are there are the same people that have gun license if you pay them. When it was with the police, you know, the people that have gun license just pay a fee. But because, so you understand, so even if you have a gun license, you have to have money. See, all the DJ them lock him up the other day because him couldn't renew him gun license. You understand? We're not sorry for him anyway. So we'll continue the journey. So a patriot embodies a deep sense of loyalty, dedication and responsibility toward their country and its people. They work tirelessly to uphold its values, protect its interests, and ensure a bright and prosperous future for a generation to come. Yeah, so that's how we do right here at the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We know, sir, we are patriot. Nobody don't have to tell you that. We know that. Because that's why we sit right here, even right now, and doing this. Because, you know, I whole heap of work and research. Although, you know, I have, you know, a YouTube blogger contact me and say we are doing a disservice to the channel, because doing all of these things, you know, we're not generating what we're supposed to be generating, although, you know, we're doing a good thing. But yes, we don't have the supporters. We don't have the support of the people them at Patreon and people that join the subscribe to the channel on YouTube. And yeah, and we really love to see the people them show some more interest, because you have to understand, you know. Yeah, even charity have donors, you know. Jamaica Young Police Channel don't have no donors, period. As we say, because once you have donors, you know, you're accountable to your donors. Some donors donate and they will donate and you just do what you have to do because they like what you're doing. We don't have any donors. Everything that we're doing, as we say, even charitable organization, them have donors. People donate things to them. So we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, you know, says the kindness and goodness of people's heart and the viewership and all that, why we able to still here. And although we have got an offer, yes, and we'll tell you this, and we're gonna share. You know what? We're gonna share this voice note with you guys, because there are other people who are watching the channel and they are saying, you know, these are people who have done their calculus, and they're saying, look, based on what you're doing, you know, with YouTube and stuff like that, you could be doing better off financially. We said, we are not in this for money. We are in for the betterment of Jamaica. But in the same breath, yeah, as them say, encouragement sweeten labor. At times we think, you know, we don't need this or anything like that, but because we love Jamaica, so that's why we fight for it. So we're gonna let you listen to this voice note, this message that this and you watch, you listen, and you decide, and you understand, because support is everything. You understand? We have Patreon and we have, we say join YouTube. And because we don't promote it and tell people to do this or do that, as we say, people expect it from the goodness of their heart. So it's just, that's how it is. And as we continue, some people, even, people saying, look, we don't say everything, whether or not you want to believe it, you still have to, you're not the Marcus Garvey or anything like that, because Marcus Garvey did everything for free and him did a poor man, but in the same breath, and he never used to take no pay or anything like that, but him used to, live off a donation from the people, them, the black African American, them, and people in Africa and all those things. So, say everything that it take time to do things. So we're gonna let you listen to this call on what is offer.
Really would like to talk to you. You're recommended to me by a few people. A person that have a personal issue with the crime situation in Jamaica where I'm being affected. Anyhow, I have a podcast, maybe less than quarter your size, but I get real views, and I have people have stuff that share space with me as well. Um, with that being said, I have a show on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Jamaica time. Via uh, StreamYard. I have options where I send the link via email or text. Enter your name and you can enter the studio. It is technically an invitation to participate with um, uh, two of my panelists on this Wednesday at 7. I don't know if that's possible. I know the notice is short, but we've been talking for the past few weeks about the crime situation. I want to keep it, because I'm still in pursuit a, of a solution for crime. So I'm inviting you to participate. Um, I listened to quite a few of your shows that was sent to me. I actually subscribed to. Um, so I think that you'd be a good candidate.
All right. So yes, as you heard, that is, that this is not, this is someone who have watched, the Jamaica Young Police channel. He's not the only one. We have received, other, offers, monetary. But as we said before, we're not doing this for any money. We're doing this for Jamaica. But in the same breath, although we're not doing it for any money, people have to, you have to help to support the infrastructure that we have with Patreon, and you understand what I'm saying. Everything that is done, it takes time. Some people, even charity have donors. You understand what I'm saying? Because even here in the United States of America, we donate things to charity right here on the base. You understand what I'm saying? We donate things. So that's how it is, And once you get a receipt and stuff like that, you'll get back a tax break for doing commendable things, by donating. So just hope that those of you who can subscribe, yes, not only to the channel, but join the channel, or the best thing is join the Patreon. Because when you join Patreon, you'll be able to get videos that is not on YouTube, because we cannot place them on YouTube. And honestly, we have owed the Patreon people them. And we can tell you that we have some videos we have some things that's coming out before Labor Day, and the only people that is going to see them are the people who are on Patreon. Yes, we're going to release a video shortly today. Yes, we have 2 videos that we're gonna give the people them at Patreon. When Michael Manley was on an investigation by the FBI in the early 1990s, when he was Prime Minister, we're gonna post that video. on Patreon. So if you want to hear they're talking about corruption, you're going to hear about a Jamaican Prime Minister who was on an investigation by the FBI in the early 1990s, Michael Manley, because of his affiliation with the Gullyman posse in New York and him around illegal guns, drugs and money. Yes, they have the photograph of Michael Manley. Yes, and you're going to hear the FBI agent that went to Jamaica and went down to the consulate, and they were contemplating whether or not whether to file charges against him. So that's why against Michael Manley. So we're going to post that to the people at the Patreon, and then we're going to post the other video about a man who was shot 9 times. He was sent by Donovan Bulb Bennett, and you're going to hear everything in details from this man, but you're not going to hear it on YouTube because there's some graphic things in it. So if you want to hear it, it's going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be on YouTube, it's going to be on Patreon. So we encourage you to join Patreon. Although there's a thing that says join Patreon free. You join Patreon free, you're not going to be able to see another video. You have to join, you have to, the subscription. You have to, the paid subscription, where it says $6.99 per month. We're not doing this to make for any profit. We're not charging people no tiers, because they have Patreon have tiers. We use the lowest that they allow you to charge Patreon members $6.99, whilst we don't compare what other people are doing or what, but it's all about Team Jamaica. So it's $6.99. So if you want to continue with the channel and you want to, the more we keep educating the people, because knowledge is power, and we're just here for Team Jamaica. Once you attack Jamaica, you attack us, because that's where we were born. Although, based on one and two look at things, there are some things that, we're still Jamaican, no matter what happened. So have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.